I'm singing a new song today. Yes, what about you?
I'm obviously singing a new song, and you seem very excited today. What's going on? What's the reason for the jubilation?
I just thank God. It's a normal day, and
You're just thankful, grateful.
I woke up from a quick nap. I felt relieved. Yeah. Good afternoon. Yes, this is Lagoon Radio, your number one online gospel radio station, powered by the Diocese of Lagos, Anglican Communion. And of course, guess what time it is? It's time for the afternoon drive, where we'll be giving you the gospels, entertainment J's back to back. Yes, and with me in the studio is Koyin Salalao. My name is Shab, and I have Favor Onsachi, and Covenant with me in the studio. But don't forget, you can like and follow us on Facebook at Lagoon Radio Nigeria, on Instagram at Lagoonradio.Ng, and of course, you can tell your family and friends to listen via our website on www.lagoonradio.ng for more info and entertainment here 24/7. Yes, also our Lagoon Radio app is very, very much available on Google Play Store. You don't want to miss out on any programs we will be dishing out here from our studio. Yes, we'll get right into it without wasting much time. I feel like I should dance more. My producer, what do you think?
Yeah.
I'm thinking I should dance more.
Feel free. The ground is open. I give you the permission and the authority.
Let's do 1 minute.
We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
After this break, yeah.
Jọgbọ́n orí mi lọ bàbá mélòó mo lè ka àfi kí n ṣá máa dúpẹ́ bí mo ṣe ń gbé tí mò ń sọ ó yà mí lẹ́nu bàbá mélòó mo lè ka àfi kí n ṣá máa ṣọpẹ́ mélòó ni wọ́n rò nínú oore tí bàbá ṣe mélòó ni wọ́n rò nínú oore tí Jésù ṣe torí oore máa pọ̀ ojú yanrí òkun lọ. From the bottom of my heart, mo wá sọ pé ẹ ṣé o. Mélòó ni wọ́n rò nínú oore tí bàbá ṣe. Àkàìkà tán ni. Mélòó ni wọ́n rò.
Yes, it is so much uncountable. Likaton, man. The mercies of God, the grace of God, the blessings of God. It's uncountable, and I pray it will continue to be sufficient for us. Yeah, don't forget, still the afternoon drive show here on Lagoon Radio. Of course, we're live on YouTube and Facebook as well. You might want to, practically join the show. But of course, you can still call in on the show on 08189 Lagoon 08189 524 666 08189 524 666. Yes. Right. And into today's business about the story of the pastor, the snatch
That we were
or
talking
took,
about yesterday.
the member's wife, and the wife has come out to defend herself, crying in the video. I watched the video. It was actually touching. She was like, she
Okay, you
helped
have the lady
herself.
side, I have the guy's side.
I have the guy's side too, but okay, you can take the guy's side. And while I was listening to it, I mean, it was really.
It was emotional.
I was really emotional because the lady was all in tears.
Wait, tears for
stating
what?
Stating that the husband was never there for them. She went as far as begging for food. For the 11 years of her life, she spent in this man's house, the man has never dropped up to 5,000 naira for their upkeep. Are you getting me?
I'm getting you.
Even the debts she's owing, it is this same pastor that is helping her in clearing the same debts. So in essence, she is saying she has every reason to leave the marriage.
Well,
What she ought to have left since. Then she felt, okay, one day it go better. She understands.
so as the one day not come.
Well, it has eventually come. And I really felt for her watching the video.
Well, I want to be like Abigail will say the devil's advocate on this case.
Okay.
Because basically I don't know, she's instilling that the guy has never given her up to 5,000 naira for upkeep and all. But then what did the guy actually come to woo her with? How did she fall in love with the guy? And now you are married to this person for 12 years with 2 kids. There's no marriage that is rosy. There's no marriage that is sweet. There'll definitely be ups and downs. So particularly, this is just a downtime, or this has been a downtime in their marriage. Is it enough for her to leave?
According to her, like I said,
We have marriages that experience
according
this.
to her, I don't know if you ever saw the
I did.
video. Okay, so I'm coming to you on that. According to her, she said she has been enduring for a very long time and thinking
11
and hoping,
years.
and hoping it's going to get better. But what did she get back in return? Nothing. I don't know if ever has anything. Since you listen to the video, you might have a better explanation.
I believe as
Did you see the
human
video
beings,
Covenant? Okay.
as human beings, it doesn't matter how enduring you might be, there is always a breaking point at some point. So from the video, she said she had been enduring for about 11 years.
Yes.
And 11 years is a long time to be enduring, especially with the fact that she has children. And the person who she's supposed to fall back to support is refusing to support them. Me, I feel it is only human for her to find other ways to sustain her and her family members. So she only did what she could do, not because she wanted to, but
To
because
do
she
it.
had to. It was a need, it was a necessity, not a
I
want.
think I have someone on my side now.
I won't say really on your side, but then I feel like I'm just judging based on the reality of marriages.
Nobody's even judging.
I'm judging based on I'm just like my perspective is based on the reality of marriages like
that she
that
could
we
wait
have.
that long.
Now said waiting, I feel like for you to have waited long, I'm not saying things will definitely get good for the person, for the man she left. Okay, now she has left. Take for instance, the man rises up in the next 2 weeks and is a millionaire. So what will be of her?
That's why there are two sides
Size
to
of a coin. So,
and
but then there's marriages that are successful. 40 years anniversary of marriages have things they have gone through. Sometimes you have cases where women are the breadwinners. For her to have even raised the first kid and the second kid to this stage, I just feel like
I asked the same
the
question
man
too.
not providing is not enough reason for her to actually
I have
leave
a
or quit.
question.
Oh sure.
Because the man even went as far as harassing her to the extent of her taking a oath that she's not cheating on the man because he kept harassing her. According to her, every now and then, like she's having an affair. Anyone she sees her with, she embarrasses her.
But the harassment is not violence. I don't support domestic violence. if the harassment is violent, I'll say, oh, fine, you can feel free to walk out of the marriage.
Is it until an harassment is violent before you?
Even
He has the right to ask you what is going on between you and another person. He has the right, because according to the video from the man's side, he said he fully paid the bride price.
We'll come
In
to
as
that.
much as he's
Okay,
not
okay, I
doing
have a
his
question.
okay,
Covenant
let's take a
has something to
question.
say.
I don't really know much about the story, but she said she has been suffering for 12 years, right?
Yeah, 11.
11
How,
years.
11 years. How sure is that? And
That's not that
and
suffering
what
self.
proof? And what proof? Are you sure she's not saying
That's how
that
we
just
do
to
it.
get out of the marriage and just keep people's mouths shut?
Those are
But
many
you just
questions.
sounded like
that-
someone in the comment section.
They said what?
The person said the same thing, like maybe she's just looking for a way to get away. Yes, we're not there. She's there.
we cannot really
There are
say
different
because we've
sides
not
of the
even heard
story.
from
The
the
mother
side of
came
the
out
man.
yesterday, and we all were like, oh, we're expecting her to come out. She can only come out to vindicate herself, and now she's out, and we're still finding it difficult to believe her. We don't know what to believe. We don't know what to believe. because
Okay,
I'm not
sorry
there.
to cut you. From the man's aspect, when
Yeah.
he came to tell his side of the story, someone in the comment section, Sir LT, says it is quite painful when the person you are trying to tell your problems is the person behind it. It's sad because it is his pastor. So it's not the
It's not-
husband
it's
is
not-
not happy that he's
because-
not being able to fulfill his responsibilities
But
as a man,
she went
and
ahead to
he's
marry
going
their
hold
pastor.
on behind scene. He's confiding in this pastor, according to him, that these are things I go through in my family. Things are not good, I'm not being able to provide for my family. And it's the same pastor that the wife is actually after now. What's in the call? It's not fresh at all. It's not. I don't see that, that's a good reason for her to leave her marriage. That's not fresh married with 2 kids. It's not enough
Okay,
reason.
so
please.
now another question of mine is, the mother said he didn't pay her bride price, and the man said in the video, like, is it possible for a man, he had a child, I mean, in their I think they're Igbo, is it possible for them to have a traditional marriage without
Paying
a
the bride
wedding,
price.
without paying bride price? And he said
Now-
he paid everything.
Now you know one thing about this traditional marriage bride price thing. I don't want to put a particular culture to it, but the Igbos particularly, if you don't fulfill or do a particular thing in all of the marriage
You
rights,
can't get away
they
with
will
their person.
assume. They will assume
You're not
you have
married to-
not
yes.
you have not married the person. For personally, my neighbor, they recently got separated with 2 kids, or after 2 kids, and the reason the lady went back to her family and says, okay, this similar case, saying that the husband is not doing what he's meant to do, he doesn't have a job, blah blah blah. When the family intervened, instead of them to call their daughter and say what's going on the ground, they said because he has not finished, he didn't complete the bride price and all of that. So is that enough reason for them to, and she has not moved back into the house since then. He said until the guy comes to pay a particular thing that he did not pay as at then. And that thing, when they asked him, was worth like 10,000 naira. So this is
I'm not sure bride
something.
price that expensive.
No, something. So a part of the whole engagement list of bride price that they probably did not pay. So if you don't do everything, they feel like, that one thing that is missing that you've done can count against you. So I feel like this is the case, and because you've seen that, and definitely she's a lady, she'll always complain to her mom that this is how her marriage is going. She's not feeling well, and now you see someone that is suiting you well, her mom will support her. Her mom will say and count against the person that's not doing anything. So I just feel like the whole story is just that the girl's eyes is already outside. That's my opinion.
What's your
Her eyes
opinion,
is
Favor?
outside though.
Favor, what's your opinion?
Most likely, she said her eyes is outside, but I feel like there were reasons why she had to look outside at the same time. You know, these type of things we cannot really say, or we cannot really get 100% judgment, because people are not saying the truth. Somebody is not saying something somewhere.
Exactly.
So until we get the full story, we'll not
And
really
that's
know
why
what
it
to
can
say.
very difficult to judge or to be on a side here.
Yeah, especially on social media, we cannot really get the full story. So
I mean, in the comment section, someone said it's the fact that they are explaining these things to us strangers, so social media courts, so you people can
As
judge.
well.
And
So
of
also
course,
said we Instagram in-laws.
there's so many comments here that everything falls back to the woman. 'Cause,
Exactly.
I mean, even if the man,
I even said this categorically that she has a part of this story to tell.
like, even if the man is not doing well by official Jovi, I mean, must you marry the pastor?
Exactly.
I
It
think
could have been
that's the
any
problem
other
of the
person.
husband.
It could have been any other person. The man.
Nobody is blaming the pastor yet.
Nobody's blaming
The
anybody.
pastor
I'm not
too has
blaming
something to
anybody
say.
here because the man is saying the pastor. I mean, is this same pastor when he and the wife started having issues? He went to tell the pastor, and now is this same pastor that okay, if you since you don't know how to manage your wife, I can help you
Baby,
manage.
take care of her.
And because she's tired of the marriage as well,
I feel like the pastor is the next person that I'm going to welcome on board.
I think it's the next person to say something.
Definitely.
The mother said something.
The pastor is
son of
next.
the pastor said
So we'll
something.
now judge. With the social media courts, we'll now judge.
Yes, we're still here. All right, moving on to the next gist. Well, generational wealth is a scam. How true is that?
No, it's
Forefathers'
scam.
money.
No, it's not too.
It's not a scam.
I know of some.
No, it's scam.
Have you guys heard of Oscar Hebrew?
Yes.
Yes.
He's in my church. The man is not actually rich, but you know the main
Source of wealth.
No, the main guy. The main guy is dead. The real Oscar Hebrew.
Yes.
His son now is enjoying his money.
Junior.
And the guy does nothing. So I believe it's not scam.
Not scam.
Or maybe your own
When the
generational
stream
money
of-
was not passed down the right way.
When the stream of money is flowing from top, it will touch you. You know that something touch you.
Well, it's this is from Sadiq Oje, and it says generational wealth is a scam. I had to work my butt out off, so my grandkids must do the same. I will finish all my money before I leave this. Can you imagine? This is
His reason is very
selfishness.
outrageous.
Yes. So because you didn't meet, or you
Probably
heard that
he
your
ended-
forefathers
he ended
were
before
rich,
him.
or your father was rich, or maybe your grandfather, let me say, because
The
the
money
father is
ended on
definitely
the-
you're gonna
on the
enjoy
stone.
from it. So you heard in the history that
Oh,
your
Dooney.
forefathers or your forefathers was rich, and of course it didn't get to
He
you.
ended
Does that
on
mean
you.
you have to, pass
Well,
the
me.
whole thing on your?
The thing is,
My only advice for him, sorry, is that his forefathers have worked for him, or they worked, but unfortunately did not get to his turn. So he's mandated
it's
to
so
work for his
unfortunate.
children. That's it.
But he's not wanting to work for his children. He says
Eh, what the
before-
mamu
that
guy,
is
yeah.
that is if you know when you're going to leave this earth. If you know, then you can finish the money. If you don't know, Mr. Sadiq, you're your own.
His
Because
children's
your
poverty
children will
line,
take that
they're looking
money
at him like
and
this.
they are still going to invest in that money and make it so large.
Mm-hmm.
People have something to say.
Exactly.
please let's move on.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so we have Oscotec admin officer was arrested for raping a student who came to retrieve a file from his office.
Excuse sir.
That means you've had it on the well. The police in Ogun State has arrested an administrative staff of the College of Health Technology in Ijebu, Olawale Jamiu, for allegedly raping a student of the college. The command spokesperson, DSP Abimbola Oyeyemi, in a statement disclosed that the 39-year-old suspect was arrested following a report lodged at Ilese Ijebu Divisional Headquarters by the institution's management. They reported that the victim was raped when she went to collect her school file from the office of the suspect. And it was also gathered on getting there, the suspect dragged the victim into the file room and forcefully had sex with her. The victim reported the incident to a guardian, who in return reported to the authority of the school. I think this is a very quick, there was a quick reaction on this. And I like the fact that she opened up.
Exactly.
So many
I was going
people
to say
keep
that.
quiet about this.
Yeah.
And I think it's about time you start opening up. If you don't open up, then you live with that guilt for the rest of your life. The best thing you could do is to open up. I mean, Ayetilaju, please help me.
Exactly.
We're now, I mean,
We're not in the 21st
civilized.
century.
Yes, the life is. I mean, we're in the civilized world now. You don't want to even jeopardize your own mental health.
State of being, yeah.
Yes,
I think more females need to understand that it's not shameful to say that this has happened to you,
Your
so that you
past.
can get help.
Mm-hmm.
It's not shameful at all. And also, the society should stop stigmatizing ladies that speak up.
Exactly. The stigmatization is always there.
And that's why you have to. I mean, there must be someone you can confide in. I
Even
mean,
the
she didn't tell her
confidant,
mom.
though.
She didn't tell her dad. She didn't tell her sister. I mean, she confided in her guardian. which in return took up the case and see where it ended. If she had kept quiet, I'm sure this man will get away with it and he'll keep doing it and doing it over and over again.
Thank God for the guardian safe, because someone that is responsible. It's not a person that is responsible. I've just let it go. And that would have been the end of the case.
Yes.
Okay, moving on. I have this one from another pastor who was arrested for allegedly fleeing without paying bills after spending 6 months in the hotel.
I don't know.
Wait, a pastor?
What part of the statement will you question? What is wrong in this statement?
Like, you staying in an hotel for 6 months. Why?
What are you looking for?
Doing what? Are you on a conference? Even if you're on a conference,
What are you
don't have to
looking
stay this
for?
long. Please, let's get the,
Oh my God.
Get the full story.
Okay, moving on. Eli Dili, a Nigerian pastor, has allegedly absconded with the sum of 518,000 naira hotel bill in Yola, Adamawa State, according to reporters. So I believe that is actually 6 months, because the bill, it's not like Lagos, where one hotel fee is like 5,000 per night.
Yeah.
The bill there would have obviously been something of a cheaper rate. Dili is a district pastor of the Lutheran Church of Christ, Jalingo, Taraba State, was said to have lodged in Tiffany Hotel, Yola, Adamawa State, but allegedly absconded with a settling bill of 518,000. The cleric has gathered dropped the name of the Adamawa State governor to win the confidence of the hoteler. He was said to have lodged in the hotel between November 2018, November 2018 and April 2019, spanning a period of 6 months. During this period, the clergyman incurred a bill of 518,000, covering the accommodation and feeding.
Of course.
The pastor, however, fled without settling his bill, according to the manager of the hotel. He was arrested on the 8th of March 2021 and charged to the Upper Area Court 1 on Tuesday, 10th of August 2021.
Since 2019, right?
It is a confidence for me.
Yeah, wait. Does your church not have accommodation for their
They don't
pastors?
have vicarage. He
They
went for
don't
6 months.
understand.
He
Don't
went
use
for
vicarage. They might not understand.
They don't have priest house.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have
But
priest
sorry,
house.
what kind of hotel will accommodate somebody that
For 6
long?
months, at least. I was gonna.
That's
So many
another
questions. So many
thing.
questions had to be asked here.
Exactly.
You have someone there for 6 months, at least for the first.
You're able to check. When will you check
For
out?
the first
sir?
month, I mean, you're supposed to be collecting your money every month.
You'll be saying, when will you check out?
Okay, he said he dropped somebody
And-
as shorty.
The governors are
The
of
name of the governor.
Taraba.
Did they follow up and ask the governor if
They
he has
trusted him
somebody?
so much.
Much that you
the
know.
fact that he
The
even
confidence that he
governor's
dropped the name of the
and again,
governor.
he's a pastor. They don't expect
Is
such
it-
a thing to
Exactly.
in
I
now.
think that's where the whole problem is centered. on,
But
the
then,
fact
what
that
kind
he's a
of
pastor.
conference did the pastor go to
He
do
didn't
in
go
an
to
hotel?
It doesn't seem like he went for a
Definitely not.
conference.
Maybe he
So
doesn't
6
have
months.
accommodation and then he now used he
If you
conned
don't
the
have an
hotel.
accommodation,
Covenant has something to say.
oh, okay.
See, this is one of the reasons why people criticize pastors, especially the one that married another man's wife. Like, why? I came to you and told you about my family problem. He ended up marrying my wife. I don't know.
Another
Some
one,
people can be just daft, and now you are a pastor. He owns a church, Abi.
Are we sure he owns a church? Because anybody can stand up and say he's a pastor as long as you have collar and you have suit.
So say he's a pastor in that church.
And
He's a
then-
district pastor, so it's like head.
And then you lodged in an hotel for 6. You don't say I did deliverance, or what are you doing there?
He do
don't
prayer
know.
fast. They say should not say anybody.
I don't know. Some people are just
The reason why he lodged, we don't know. And
What he
you-
went to do for 6 months, we
we
don't know.
And you stay
Why
for that
the-
long.
Even why the
Yeah.
hotel management allowed him to stay for that long without dropping any upfront payment, we don't know.
and now he doesn't want to pay.
And now he even left. What's the law? What's the check out?
He absconded.
What's the check out?
Musapa.
But no, 6 months
Since
is too long.
2019.
I can't imagine.
And he has peace of mind. He has conscience. He's breathing and he's living. That nothing will happen.
His church people will bail him out now.
If you're a member of this kind of if you're a member of this church, would you contribute?
Exactly as I
money
was
to
saying. That's
bill?
why they criticize them. You see people now leaving the church.
I will not
So-
contribute though. Me when the hotel, did you invite me?
What did you want to do?
Okay, we
have deliverance.
We have a comment from
Okay.
Kostolingodo. He says, "Is the hotel bill not pay as you go?
Uh-huh.
When did it become pay after service? How come you weren't collecting your bill on a daily basis? Abio. The hoteler and the attendant needs to be investigated as well. Another angle. They need to say what they know about the man, because if at all, or if after all possible, such services cannot be rendered to a stranger. Why was he hiding in their hotel? This is another angle.
That's another angle, yeah.
To the story. Well, all of them need to be investigated, from the manager of the hotel to the cleaner. Look, they need to be. It might never be a true pastor that he claims to be. Maybe a stranger on an assignment like that. May God help us.
You know?
Exactly. May God help us. So, moving on to another similar case. Court adjourns actor Baba Jessa's trial to the 27th of September. You know, when I see cases like this that they are dragging, there is a lax thing, and I'm like, what's going on?
These are cases. This particular case would be dragged.
These are cases that should. I'm sure we're familiar with the Baba Jesha story.
That man is actually supposed to go to jail. No cap.
No, there's no cap.
You wasted a child.
Aside waste, I don't know, like the Nigerian legislative system, we waste so much time trying to pass a judgment for what is direct and clear. Things that you don't even need evidence for.
And that's why I said people feel they can get away with anything, even if, I mean, as serious as the crime might be, they feel they can get away with it. You stay.
And the way they are dragging it.
You know the funny thing. You know the funny thing.
So, I mean,
another gist says that this same person returns to the movie location. And I'm like, should this kind of person be allowed to work?
Are you serious about this?
Why should he leave their custody? Why?
You know,
it shows that he has even moved on with life.
They granted him bail on what basis? I guess it was having
health issues still in there. Honestly speaking, I get really.
Wait, can you judge the dead? If he's dead, there's no way you can judge.
But it's alive.
No way you can pass your judgment.
But it's alive.
I hope they don't drag this thing.
I hope it doesn't.
It's dragging.
Until everybody forgets about it. That's what they do.
You think people have forgotten?
At some point,
people are actually waiting. They have not. They are waiting for this for his judgment to be passed. They are waiting.
Maybe that's why they keep dragging.
The reason why they are dragging, I don't know. Is it that they're not getting enough evidence or what?
As is Nigeria.
What other evidence do you need? I mean, you should do your homework well. You should. I mean, this case is not something you. There are some cases that you just have to face it with your full chest. Like you have to face it with immediate effect.
He has confessed. He has accepted.
So what do they want?
Begging for forgiveness in a video.
I don't understand what else they want him to say. What they are judging. What they are pushing front. Adjourning. Continue. I don't know.
But I don't want to believe he's back on the movie set. I don't want to believe that.
He's back.
But that means those people don't even have rules guiding them. They don't have laws guiding them. If they can allow him back on.
This is where.
Yeah. Okay, let's go on a quick break. And when we get back, it's going to be the continuation of the afternoon drive. So don't forget, this is still Lagoon Radio, your number one online gospel radio station powered by the Diocese of Lagos Anglican Communion. Well, we're very live on Facebook and YouTube. You can like and follow us on those two channels. Yes, at Lagoon Radio Nigeria on Facebook, at Lagoonradio.Ng on Instagram, and you can also listen via our website on www.lagoonradio.ng. My name is Steve Sharp, and in the studio is Counselor Lawo, Favor, and Covenant. They're not going nowhere. We'll be right back.
You are listening to Lagoon Radio. For my righteousness, and now I walk in victory. Say I was born to win.
Welcome back from that music break. Coinsola, our producer, for just taking us back with the music. You know that what's happening? Tell us what's the secret today. Just taking it back.
Vibes.
I was happy.
Old school vibes.
Vibes.
They're actually nice memories, and is Lagoon Radio. Expect anything because we're here to serve you better. And this is powered by the Diocese of Lagos Anglican Communion. Like and follow us on Facebook at Lagoon Radio Nigeria, on Instagram at Lagoonradio.Ng, and you can also listen via our website on www.lagoonradio.ng. My name is DJ Shab, and still with me in the studio is Koinsola Alao and Favor Onsachi, and of course Covenant, the only guy we've got here, caught in the middle.
You know.
That's not my own version.
That's
my own
our-
Michael
that-
Jackson.
Michael
Of course, in the middle.
I thought we were on the same page.
Oh, on the same page. All right, now right back into the afternoon drive. Okay, so there are more COVID cases at NYSC camps than are reported. This is our Minister of Information, I'm not there.
Me
All
neither.
right, Lai Mohammed, Minister of Information and Culture, says the number of COVID cases recorded at the National Youth Service Corps NYC orientation camps across the country is more than reported. Why is that? Okay,
If it's lie, Mohammed, is it lie?
Is it lie for you?
Is it lie now?
I feel like they're just trying to look for means to try to eradicate NYC, because there was a rumor as early last week that they want to try to eradicate NYC. I don't know this part of it, but then, prevention is better than cure. Wear your nose marks.
So, in essence, are you in support of eradicating NYSC, or are you for it against?
Well,
Because you don't want to-
personally, how much are they paying them? No?
I think now it's
33,000.
33,000. Yeah. You be a rich now. During my own
It
time,
doesn't solve
it's
any
not even up
problem
to
of mine.
20,000 naira.
Right.
I don't need it.
Don't worry, your
So-
eyes are open.
No,
I
it's not that.
understand.
I don't need the 30,000, and it's more stress for me. The whole stress of packing wares, moving to one location, redeployment, blah. So they should give me another thing to do. And they should give me a certificate. Someone else can go on my behalf.
You pay the person.
I
don't
can
worry, 'cause
send
everything in this country is money.
I can send someone to go.
Okay, and of course, this contradicts the claims made by the management of the scheme. And if you recall that last week, media reports claim 109 core members and officials of the scheme in different states tested positive for COVID-19. And the scheme, in the statement released, said that the report is false, as there was no staff or core members who tested positive for the virus. What are we to believe? We move. In still in the course of and the news of COVID-19, we have spent only
Only
502.3 billion naira on
Bere.
COVID-19 intervention. Finance Minister.
in other words, they've not spent too much. They've not crossed the budget.
So
they are still
expect-
money.
They are still within the
expect-
budget.
Ha.
And we should expect that we'll spend higher due to the increase and the rise of COVID.
Your gestures, The Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, has revealed that the federal government has so far spent 502.3 billion naira to stabilize the economy after being hit by the rampaging COVID-19 pandemic. But it was reported that there was a report that Ahmed made the disclosure while speaking at the National Dialogue on COVID-19 Economic Impact and Assessment of National and State Recovery Plans and Policy Options in Abuja on Tuesday, August 10, 2021.
It's still quite unfortunate that even after spending this amount of money, we're still having cases of COVID. That means we are still going to spend more.
Okay, so
We're
now
still going to spend more.
she listed the things, the key interventions to include the establishment of a 500 billion COVID-19 crisis intervention fund to finance and upgrade the improvement of healthcare facilities, creation of a special public works program to employ 774,000 people, among others. I don't know when we'll become benefactors of this.
The employment.
The whole scheme, the End Power, COVID-19.
Happy Suru.
Well, let's go to the comment section. I'm sure my people are there waiting for it. Oh, I said they'll never let me down. Football Punter says, Siri, play me Rihanna classic. I love the way you lie. These people will never disappoint you. Oh, sorry about that.
The excitement.
Okay, so Deyochino says, this generation lost the battle in Nigeria already. Let's pray for the unborn generation.
Because it is finished.
Oti Bari.
Ata.
Nice one, Mama. Nice one. Low, how much the COVID-19 itself?
I
You want to buy? Do you want to buy it? These people never disappoint you, of course. I mean, the other thing is just, they just come out with.
It's screws now. We cover our pain with screws.
Wait, are you
And
buying
the funny
it?
thing is,
Are you
we're all just smiling at these things. We're just smiling. No, Nigerians, our best reaction is either talk back, give a funny remark, just laugh it off. But these are things really affecting us as a nation.
Like, cruise is the only thing holding this country together.
Yes, so if you're alive, then you thank God.
For us to go into depression.
Honestly,
Yeah, that's it. That if you're alive, you thank God. Just live a happy life and live it the right way. Don't overdo it. Don't feel depressed, and that's just my advice. Because these people,
Depress you.
yeah,
They will.
because the way they even call the money safe. The way
Did
they
you
call the
understand
money,
how
and this
how
are
many
the
million
nothing.
is in a billion? Now
What
imagine
you-
how much billions they are talking about. That's money.
and you said they've
To
only spent.
to them, they're just figures.
I have
Please
headache thinking
pen.
about this thing already.
They're just figures, mere figures.
Exactly.
I think there's something.
I also have an opposing story to what is going on ground. Then I'm going to ask, before I take it, what's your view about the government? Governance. What do you think
which
about
government?
Nigerian government?
Everybody's view now. Our government is bad.
It's bad.
Very, very bad government. That's what me I
Okay.
can say.
So in other words, you're
Wait,
blaming you're blaming your government, right?
For what?
For
You said
everything that's
government
For
is
happening.
bad.
everything now, government
So
is bad.
Who used to be blamed? The government, right? That the country
If
is
the
way
government
it
is bad, who is to be blamed?
No,
The government is to be blamed.
not covenant.
What's my business?
That's the problem.
Wait. Oh yeah. Favor.
What do I think about the government?
Yes.
Well, as the leadership of this country, I believe they are not doing what they should do to guide us in the right path.
So, are you going to be the one to guide us in the right path?
They are the ones that should guide us in the right path. We have to follow their leadership. And obviously, they are not leading us right. So, definitely, I'll blame them at some point.
See, there's actually nothing we can do. The only thing we can do is just talk, protest.
They even allow the protest
Who has
That's
the
the thing.
final say is Buhari. Buhari
in the
in
country.
this Nigeria, yes, Buhari has the final say.
But
in
during the course of the EndSARS protest and all of these riots going on here and there, Buhari has made it clear to us that there's the president and there's the presidency. So there are certain groups of people make up the presidency, and he is the president. Little does he do as the president. His presidency makes the major decision, and he's the one that has it. He's only just to come and say, okay, this is what the presidency says, coming from the cabinet of the presidency as the president.
As we are like this, what I can say is that Nigeria we're in big trouble.
So now,
Number one,
if you say, hold on, if you say Nigeria is in big trouble, now, are you a good citizen yourself?
Because you're saying
I'm saying the truth
it's none of your
actually.
business.
No, I'm not saying it's not okay.
Yeah, you said that
Okay,
before.
let me take that back. Okay, let me
Because
take
you're all
that
in
back.
this together.
Yes, actually, let me take that back. Why I say we're in trouble? Because this presidency stuff it just goes on. Okay, after Buhari goes now, who's coming back in?
We don't know.
It will be someone that we know.
Loading.
actually.
So from 2022,
Can't they
you start
just
seeing the
allow
campaign.
someone who is young and our president now not go to school, no work results? Is it
But
true
he has
now?
written
Yes,
exam.
Which
He
where's
has.
when did they
There was a
find it?
Wait. If you're actually saying that your president did not go to school and all of that, why is it that you can't, you that went to school, you that you are going to school, why can't you vie for a post of being the president?
That's
Have
the
they
problem.
allowed? Will they allow?
That's the problem.
Have you tried?
The
So
one
I
person that tried in the last election is
They'll probably kill you.
Falomo to you. And
So,
with the old thing, he had to like step back. Maybe he doesn't have that chest to. I just hope he can come out again or
You might
someone
have
else.
threatened the guy.
coming out again.
Or,
Although,
yeah,
I'm not really
I
in
hope he might.
support of
I hope
allowing
he can come
somebody
out again,
younger.
or someone else would come out.
Someone that is educated actually.
Is It's not even about
Because-
the education. There are young people in the cabinet, in the parliament, who still today they don't do anything reasonable. Like that particular, I don't know reason.
But then, are you a good citizen yourself to criticize the government? Because it takes a good citizen to be bold enough to criticize the government.
To tell the government what and what they're not doing.
They're not doing right.
Are you playing your part as a good citizen? That's the question.
Is it by being patriotic? Or
Like
how?
now, you're never being patriotic because you're speaking ill of your country.
What is the good thing that I want to see?
She's not speaking ill. She's speaking ill of the
Fa-
government, not
Are
I
you
love
doing your
Nigeria.
best as a citizen?
I'm
How
try-
do
I'm
you
trying
dump
my
your
best.
refuse? How do you how do you speak if you're going to address a white person of Nigeria? What would be your first statement?
Also address a white person.
Yes, or be a tourist guard for a white person coming into Nigeria. What are the good things you say of Nigeria?
I'll have to research deep because it's hard. It's not obvious. Like the things that are good are not really obvious. So I have to really
Yes.
dig deep very well. Maybe go to Buhari's file and check
Why
personally.
Buhari? What did Buhari do to you? You should leave our president alone.
No, it's hard. It's hard. No, let's
But
say the
generally,
truth.
will you say you're a good citizen? Will you give yourself an 100% pass that you're a good citizen? Because if we're talking about all of these bad critiques, it all boils down to we the citizens. Like they say,
Change starts from
bad character begin from home. Do you understand? So all of these things start from we citizens ourselves. Are we doing our best to portray the image of the society? Are we patriotic? Are we loyal? The national anthem says, what's it?
It's how with all our minds.
Yeah, exactly. Are we doing that? Are we obeying our motherland and none of those stuff?
Fatherland.
Father,
I
exactly.
believe even if you do all these things, there will still be no difference.
But the question is, are we doing them?
Are we doing them?
I believe I understand the point where she's coming from. That the presidency is not just the only party involved in making Nigeria
exactly.
how it should be. Of course, as human beings,
Nigeria will not be Nigeria without Nigerians.
Exactly
So if we don't do our parts, if we don't play our roles, definitely if you're going to look at the aspect of their decision making, we'll say, oh, it's bad. Do you understand? But if we're going to go by Nigerians building Nigeria, if we don't have touts, if we don't have agberos, if everyone is doing what he or she's meant to do, trust me, we will not have this amount of insecurity, insurgency,
really
banditry,
I will-
and
I
all of
will-
that.
About that, if everyone is doing what they ought to do, okay, imagine someone that went to school for like 5 years and coming out. How many private organizations do we have in the country?
A lot.
You tried your best. You've tried your best. There's nothing. I mean, there's little to what you can do. Government, whatever.
It's not
they
helping.
They have their own. If they're recruiting, then of
They
course
have
they
their
have
caucus.
slots. They have their own people they want to bring in. It's not helping the situation. And this person, is easily manipulated. I mean, is easily, I would like intimidated. It goes into the street and becomes what he is not.
Now, this for me, this boils down to your mindset and who influences you. We have
That's
a
why
lot
I
of
said for someone that is
influence.
easily intimidated.
So if the government doesn't provide you job opportunities, who says you can't learn a trade? Who says you can't become somebody?
You will learn a trade, but the circumstances that will make you good or that will make you flourish in a particular trade are not present in the country that you are in. So you find it very hard.
I understand
survive.
then, but if someone who just finished graduating is looking for work, is reasoning on this level, and this boils down to ignorance and a level of mentality and mindset in Nigeria, averagely as Nigerians, because have we also considered those who are working or who have MSCs and they're receiving 50,000 naira salary? We've not considered the other side of the coin. We don't consider those are even working. Those are working their ass out. They are working 9 to 5. What are they gaining? So people work back to back. Even weekends, they're expected to be at work. What are they gaining? Is it encouraging enough?
The country
So you're
made
so-
some people settle for what
For less,
They don't
exactly.
see.
They see. They just accept the
they settle for
circumstance
less
that
because,
comes.
okay, let me just
Do
maybe
it,
start
because
like
that's what
half
I
bread
have.
is better than none.
So that
Yes.
should not be a mindset of someone who is still searching for a job, about to join the league of so people and now.
So blaming the government and not blaming the government and blaming yourself as a citizen. I think both sides have their own parts
you have
to
their
play.
parts to play.
Yeah.
And the major key of this the major storyline towards the question I posed to everyone. It says that before you open your mouth to abuse the government, always ask yourself if you're a good citizen. Dubai did not give Ghana free visa access because their government is good. With what Nigerians are doing abroad with paid visas, imagine what they would do if they have free visas. Please, what are Nigerians doing abroad with paid visas?
That's stigmatization.
Exactly.
I mean, what are they doing? Rather, what you people are doing to Nigerians.
But then I'm thinking it's coming from the aspect of drugs.
Yes,
and
exactly. All the bad news we hear every day about
things.
Nigerians in abroad.
We know, and we don't support that.
But then I think this may still burn out mentality. This mentality is shallow. Because I feel like if you're the one, when you get there, you won't portray Nigeria. You say, but then it's written in your face that you are black.
Who is
So,
talking? No, I'm talking about the...
okay, the person in question. May God help us all to be good citizens of Nigerians.
Amen.
In Jesus' name we pray.
Okay, so lecturers are now giving students script to write exams at homes, hotels, and relaxation places. Unicar. That's the office of the deputy. It says, and I'm going to read according to the paper before me. Office of the Deputy Vice Chancellor, University of Calabar, Nigeria. Memorandum from DVC admin to university community. Of course, we have the reference number, we have the date, 10th August 2021. Subject, obnoxious and horrible act of sorting, extortion, and sexual harassment.
Just to pass the exam.
Okay, it says, it has come to the knowledge of the management that some teaching staff have revived the obnoxious and abhorrible act of sorting, extortion, and sex for grade sexual harassment. Some departments and lecturers have been specifically fingered and investigations have commenced. Management also has information to the effect that lecturers have resorted to giving students scripts to write exams at home, hotels, and relaxation places. All those involved in these despicable activities are hereby warned to desist and repent. In fact, they will soon be invited to interact with the disciplinary.
Well, I want to ask a question as regards sex for grade and all those such. Do you think it's something that will come to an end in tertiary institutions?
I doubt.
Favor?
And until they start making some people scapegoats. I think
that scapegoating is very important. People don't understand how important instilling fear in people is. You can use fear to control people. You can control people with fear. That's one thing I've learned. So if people see evidently the consequences of certain actions, they will tend to deviate or they tend to stop certain behaviors. But when you keep saying, if you do this, you do that, but we are not seeing the consequence of that, if we are not seeing it evidently, you see that people will continue to do the things that they have been doing. But when you have scapegoats would really help.
They don't. Yeah, it's true. They don't really know the essence of scapegoats. Just pick someone like this.
One person, only one, and it's over.
Well, what you have to say about this covenant? Do you see sexual harassment ending in tertiary institutions anytime
sex
soon?
for grades.
Yes, like you said, I don't say actually until I know there are consequences. Like if they catch this person, this will be done because students don't actually have choice.
Do you
So
mean
you
students
told you
don't have choice?
Like if I'm a lecturer, no, now
Okay.
I'm the lecturer now, and I'm asking sex for grades now. What choice do you have rather than to fail?
I do have a choice.
You don't have a choice.
I can decide to record it,
Mm-hmm.
or probably have a planned session. I know you already asked me first individually.
And of course, when I'm
Then
going,
when I'm going the next time,
so
okay, give you an insight. Oh, probably I'm ready. Give you a tip that
That's
I'll do a recording.
What about those that listeners happen to?
It is lack of ignorance.
No, Coin. Some it happened to them. Like, okay, the lady that went to retrieve her file.
Yeah, her file.
See what happened to her. She never knew that was going to happen. So in that case, we can't say it's ignorance or negligence.
But then I feel like there are other smart moves to make.
Not everybody.
It didn't,
smart
for
like
in,
that.
but wait, you're not a toddler. You're not an infant. You are communicating with a man. I don't want to know how big his office is or how small it is. The door is not far from the way you came in. So if at all anything wants to swap, he didn't grab you by the neck or by the hair. And there's a table which serves as an intermediary between you both. You're not talking to him directly this way. It's probably opposite you. And before anything happens, you have a right to leave. It's not the door is not a coded thing. You open it yourself and you can leave yourself. So I feel like those that it has happened to, there's always a prior conversation before that. That's why I feel. I don't know what you guys feel about it, but that's just my way of looking at it from another angle.
Like you said, there's always a way out of something.
It's just a way out of it.
Now,
it's not rape.
Do you know that particular way? There are some people who don't know. You know, it has become so normal that students now feel like, okay, this is the way it should be.
That's when you feel like, oh, you have to resort for it. For instance, now in a situation whereby if a lecturer should throw sleep with me for 1 mark, will you do it because it's 1 mark?
I'd rather read myself.
I'd rather take an extra year. I'd rather look for other ways to go about it because rather than. But if you do not have a result at all, like looking for means to help yourself, probably your parents sent you to school. To them, to their level of reason and understanding, that may be a way out. And then it doesn't even pay off. Yeah. At the end of the day, the lecturer will never give you the mark you went because of that thing to do that kind of thing.
My advice for the person is just to leave because the girl just keep on failing you.
Exactly,
So
just leave.
Just leave
Or complain, record. It has happened the first time, trying to make a recording, try to complain. You don't have to do a video, but audio will do well.
Yeah, I believe the Nigerian system is really particular about this sex for grade. So I believe when you tell somebody, they are going to take it seriously.
And please, the place of friendship in all of these things, you have friends. Even if you can't talk to, you have friends that will say, oh, you should talk to so person. So don't keep things to yourself. You have many cases that, even the first one, you'll be thinking about it. And this lecturer said I should come to his office. What should I do? What should I not do? So there are things that you can easily talk to your friends, talk to people, they help you, share that better opinion, not the wrong choice of friends, actually. They'll say, you're going to do it now. Maybe it's just 2 marks. Maybe it's 3 marks.
Even money for grade service is better.
You can pay for grades.
Yeah, people saw it.
People do that one now.
That one is certain.
Yeah, they call it certain.
Certain. It is where.
No, he's trying to grade it.
No, I'm just...
in accordance of how bad it is. So he believes that money is better than using your body.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, time is fast spent, and we've still got lots of gist, but it's so painful, and unfortunately we cannot take all. And because Koinsela, you'll be hearing.
I will never allow you.
It's because if I want to continue, I'll continue.
Hello, I'm the producer. Hello.
All right. Thank you very much for being a part of the show. It's really been an amazing moment here in the studio. And of course, I'm sure you did had a swell time with us too. Yeah, it's still Lagoon Radio, your number one online gospel radio station, powered by the Diocese of Lagos Anglican Communion. You can like and follow us on Facebook at Lagoon Radio Nigeria, on Instagram at Lagoonradio.Ng, and you can listen via our website on www.lagoonradio.ng. Her app is very, very much available on Google Play Store and App Store, irrespective of the device that you use. My name is Didi Shab, and tomorrow is going to be another edition of the Afternoon Drive Show from the hours of 1:30 to 3 p.m. You don't want to miss it. And on this note, I say bye and thank you guys. Thank you.
Bye.